out of our society. Crime is one, and the thing is giving me lots of headache, I'll tell you. I've become very depressed as a result of making the attempts to curb that high spate, but it is still not, relinquishing. It is going upwards. The other scourge is this one: suicide. And we in this country happen to have, in accordance with the WHO report of 2014, the highest rate in the world. And that is damaging. That is damaging to us as a people. That is damaging to us as a civilization here. And I rather suspect that it is largely as a result of our losing civility that is the source of the problem. We care not for the other, it would appear, instead of the altruism that I used to see as a young man in the village that I came from and in the communities around. We don't have that now. We have a state of individualism and greed that pervades. We have a number of problems, especially with young people not relating well and coping skills not being there, as a result, in my view, of the fact that a lot of the elder statesmen within the community, first of all, have left and gone for greener pastures, and we are left somewhat rudderless. I have checked in my village. Over 348 people have left number 47 village over the years. That's like the whole village from my time. And all those that were teachers and more than teachers, civil servants and so on, they have literally now become very old, but most of them are overseas. And we have left with a generation there that are having tremendous difficulties. We have to do something about this. And the something that I had asked of the commissioner was to start a public awareness, because a lot of people don't know about it. A lot of people, too, don't know that the East Indian community is severely affected, and the male community is severely affected. A lot of people, too, do not want to believe that it is largely related to alcohol, drug abuse. And when you try a thing or two in relation to drug and alcohol abuse, like being, as they call me now, Captain Curfew, it's a lot of serious criticism, and even the request now that a no confidence motion be floated. I know for a fact that this matter of suicide and how it's going to be prevented, or how we can reduce the rates, will necessarily mean doing things that are going to be unpopular and stating the frank, full set of reasons that are the real causes behind. And that's going to be unpopular too. But when we want to confront a major scourge of our society like suicide, it is fundamental that we be full and frank about it. And all the ancillary matters that are consequential as a result of that discussion, as you will find out today. I am so happy that Anand and his Caribbean Voice have managed to arrange this conference and seminar, workshop, so that we can at least start the process of coming up with solutions to the matter. He's right. We know the problem. What now, after the problem, is what's the remedy for it. And we have to confront the hard questions that come. What is to be done? What is to be done? And if it requires, as I said, the frank and full disclosures about our culture, our bad habits as a people, the fact that we would want our children to have a drink with us and we feel proud about it, as was just mentioned by a friend of mine, the promiscuous nature of our sexual activity, so many other things that you're going to discuss, we have to say, hey, to that sentence, we must put a full stop. And there is where we will have to begin. I want also for us at this meeting to ask the relevant questions. Because when you do ask the relevant question, you're halfway there towards the answer. It is when you ask all kinds of wrong questions and irrelevant questions, you then get distracted. And one of the best things that I know is someone that has been in academic in some years of my life, that's the real way to getting answers to societal questions. This is a big societal question. Let's be full and frank. Let's get on with the business. I want to assure you that indeed resources are what going to make a number of the actual programs that are going to help for the reduction. Resources are going to be useful to have. I want to assure you that this administration is going to do all in its powers to ensure that those resources are going to be accessed for purposes of ensuring that whatever programs that you come up with after the workshop, we can help, and we will help, because this is too big a problem in a country as small as Guyana. We haven't had much programs, if I may be frank with you. The hotline that the Commissioner of Police set up, that is literally being manned by the chaplaincy of the police force, is a very, very useful project. To go pick up the phone and call those who are in state of depression is a very useful thing. And I think there is need for this collaborative approach. We have to have faith-based organizations coming on stream to help out. We have to have a number of other intergovernmental agencies, Ministry of Health, having more psychologists, more psychiatrists, social protection ministry coming on board. And of course, we want communities too. It's there where people in the communities are going to notice that person who seemed to be depressed and who can then be asked the question, what's happening, so that they can know a kind of a first responder. But sometimes we are so busy with our jobs and the fact that we want to earn or we want to watch television and watch the various programs and so on, we don't bother with it. We have to become a little more alert to what is happening around us and to those around us. All of that can help. And I'm urging that at the end of this, whatever the results of your deliberations, and I hope that you have successful deliberations, I would want it to be conveyed to the Ministry of Public Security, along with the Ministry of Health and Public Protection.